Good day. My name is Graham. Though what you are about to hear is the author's own words, it will be my voice you will be hearing. The author apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause, and hopes to have his voice working and ready for the next assignment. To stop you getting bored, I have asked my friend Lucy.
Good day. How are you doing?
To read out the quotes. Enjoy. This talk will critically analyze the use of assistive technology to promote social development and interaction within groups of students with additional support needs, with an emphasis on students on the autistic spectrum. The main focus of the teaching role within this talk links to the author's subject specialism, working with students that have varying levels of learning difficulties and/or disabilities. Although the focus of this talk is in the skills for life sector, some of the findings can be used within varying aspects of education.
Communication, a key to learning. Adams, 2000.
This talk aims to critically analyze the effectiveness of technology in promoting social interaction within a group of students that have varying levels of additional support needs. Social interaction is one of the key areas of development throughout education. However, it is perhaps the most difficult for people who have autistic spectrum disorder. This talk will start by considering previous teaching strategies within the Skill for Life sector where the use of technology has been minimal, to say the least. It will discuss the possible benefits of introducing assistive technology at a simplistic level and also highlight possible advances in the near future. The main context of the talk will reflect on the current technology adopted into my own teaching strategies and to discuss the issues surrounding the promotion of technology within future classes. On a personal level, an understanding of autistic spectrum disorder has enabled development in my own teaching and facilitation ability within the Skills for Life area. It has always been an ambition to work with students and adults with learning and behavioral difficulties/disabilities and is an aim in life to enhance their learning by studying a specialism in autistic spectrum disorder. Autism has always been an interest as it may explain some of the challenges I witnessed throughout my own education. With this in mind, a hidden aim of the paper is, 1. To emphasize the importance of developing strategies to implement assistive technology, thus promoting social interaction across the department and enhancing the learning experience for all students, and 2. To promote the role of an assistive adaptive technology specialist tutor. Maslow, 1943, discussed the humanistic theory of learning and introduced the idea of a hierarchy of needs. This hierarchy suggests that physiological needs are met first, followed by basic safety needs and then emotional aspects such as belonging. Maslow, 1943. It is at this belonging stage that most autistic spectrum disorder students struggle, as the earlier stages are encouraged through guardians and carers. By improving social skills and providing a feeling of belonging, students stand a better chance with gaining employment and developing their own independent living skills, thus moving further up Maslow's hierarchy. Although there is no written qualification for some of these students, the achievements gained in social skills, language development and confidence with independent living has far greater value than that of a qualification certificate. Many of the skills learned at this early stage of their college journey will provide them with the foundations for further development. According to Baird, 2006, autism is said to affect around 500,000 people within the UK, and of those who are adults only 15% are in education and receiving support. Baird, 2006, cited in the National Autistic Society, 2011, in order to access adequate support and offer these students the opportunity to develop, it is necessary to analyze teaching strategies within the Skills for Life area.
Dr. Baron Cohen, 2001, states that an inability to relate socially to other people is the most important alarm signal when looking for autism. Baron Cohen, 2001 p.41
Lack of social relation is perhaps one of the most well-known aspects of autism, but there are several psychological problems that can prevent social development. Autistic spectrum disorder can cause a lack of language development, difficulties in understanding emotions, facial expressions, speech deformities and obsessive behavior. By acknowledging these issues, one can adapt teaching plans and strategies to develop in these areas and therefore promote inclusion. To incorporate social development through technology involves structuring the curriculum in a way to maximize the potential for social development. Within this talk, the contexts of the lesson structure follow the Praxis model, which is described as a social model of pedagogy. This model encourages learning through social interaction to solve problems and reflect upon occurrences.
It allows, indeed encourages, students and teachers together to confront the real problems of their existence and relationships. Grundy 1987, p. 105.
Grundy, 1987, explains that the Praxis model engages learning through more sociable approaches, allowing students to confront issues that arise. By using similar theories, we are able to promote the use of technology for social development. The Skills for Life sector has altered dramatically in the past decade through the implementation of technology. The department has seen a shift from traditional audio-visual lecturing styles to more practical and kinesthetic teaching and support styles. This alteration has developed through increasing technology and interaction between staff and students. Hardy, 2002, discusses the use of information technology, in providing focus during mundane classroom tasks, such as long sections of writing, by using the automatic features it has to offer. In an attempt to overcome some of the social barriers that autistic spectrum disorder can create, a brief study of teaching methods was conducted within the Foundation Department at my college. It highlighted that students who were encouraged to communicate in less direct ways were more focused and comfortable, enabling them to develop social interaction at a steadier rate than those in more traditional, for example, question and answer settings. The less direct methods incorporated technology that promoted teamwork and interaction. Technology was implemented on a regular basis to explore the processes of increasing social interaction and also ease the pressure which students are placed under to socially interact and communicate with other people. So what technology was used? Initially, the simplest technology to set up and implement included a gaming hardware like the Nintendo Wii. One of the most important aspects of implementing new technology into a class is that the staff are confident in its use. Despite a lack of training, staff cooperation and communication ensured that technology was implemented confidently throughout the department. Self-taught aspects of training were fed around the department through word of mouth, and each member of staff received support from the rest of the department. Once these were included in regular classes, the level of technology increased so that there are now a variety of interactive pieces of equipment and software that all promote socializing. Such items of hardware used include interactive whiteboards, Nintendo Wii, mobile technology and Xboxes. Each of these have been incorporated into lesson plans and used in some way to create interaction between students and staff. Although the level of technology used within the class is relatively basic, it enabled staff and students to develop skills together. The majority of the technology used is accessible to the public, so there are several students that are familiar with it and able to show staff not only how it works, but how to set it up. This promotes interaction during the first stages of implementation. As well as new hardware, there has been software uploaded to the computers across the entire college. Types of assistive software include Read and Write and Inspiration. Read and Write is a piece of software that will translate written text into an audio format, supporting students with literacy skills. Inspiration is a form of mind mapping software that provides students the opportunity to create colorful, attractive, visual displays of work rather than blocks of text, which can discourage interaction. We are also trying to roll out Dragon voice-to-text software, as this is a useful resource for many students with dyslexia. Students have, in the main, reacted positively to the majority of these technologies, receiving the opportunity to use each piece of equipment. It is important to acknowledge that both proximal communication or visual signing and verbal communication are areas that most students with autistic spectrum disorder need to develop. Potter, 2002. By using a combination of technology, teachers are able to disguise social development into lesson plans through developing team-building topics around different software and games. The introduction of technology has also been positive in modernizing teaching styles to suit different learning styles. The most successful technology within the last year has been the Wii with its Wii Sports game. This provides opportunities for small groups of students to team up to play bowling games or baseball and encourages cheering, friendly competition, turn-taking and above all interaction with each other. This also encourages learners who may take in fragmented information to absorb more, as games are repetitive and kinesthetic. Although this does not directly link to topics within certain curriculums, there are aspects which develop teamwork skills, numeracy, communication and its skills. Teaching students to take turns is an important aspect of this style of it. Use or play. Bayer, 2001. By numbering students in order of turn, students were able to clearly identify whose turn it was to avoid negative communication. Another addition to the classroom is the interactive whiteboard. This offers key skills development through a variety of software and educational internet sites. Basic number, literacy, and it can all be studied in groups and discussed through the use of the board. Some areas of it introduced provoked discussions on safety. Although the majority of technology used is monitored to limit internet use, there are still items of technology which allow web browsing and social interaction online. As discussed in Moore, 2002, the internet has
opened up a whole community where people can get together and communicate in a way that was never possible before. Moore, 2002, pg 247.
There are new ways of expressing feelings and communicating through automated ways, which can incite communication in verbal ways. The negative aspect of this is that often these social communities are unsafe and can build unstable illusions of communities and belonging. All in all, the technology promotes communication and motivates students in social interaction. By adopting modern teaching methods, one can develop these pieces of technology so that they are used in safe environments.
If we value independence, if we are disturbed by the growing conformity of knowledge, of values, of attitudes, which our present system induces, then we may wish to set up conditions of learning which make for uniqueness, for self-direction, and for self-initiated learning. Rogers, C,1961, pg 293.
The humanist approach to education comes from research on human needs. See Maslow, Rogers. The humanist teacher or facilitator focuses on how the student develops instead of what the student actually learns. Due to this, humanists can become short-sighted, as they are more concerned with the student's self-esteem and self-concept, and they place less emphasis on the material taught. Also, the approach focuses on the individual, which may, in a way, suits the individualized technology offered to the student. Although, when the Wii is used in class activities, the introverted and shy students may be monopolized by the extroverts. As with many pieces of gaming technology being transformed into a learning tool, the use of competition can play a beneficial role. Unfortunately, within the humanist approach, competition becomes less important, which could become a disadvantage for students in their future. Using the Wii in the classroom can bring up different legal issues, mainly around safeguarding, content and interaction with others. Students are skilled in using this device, along with other gaming machines, mobile phones and ICT. The new connected world offers opportunity and potential for students to express themselves and learn in a multitude of ways. What this new cyber world offers can come with risks and challenges for the students. At college, our main concerns are with cyberbullying, addiction, gambling, child sex abuse and desensitizing young adults to violence and intimacy. Therefore, the college is clear in what it deems as appropriate and inappropriate content, going as far as to block certain sites from student access. The Bureau Review Action Plan, published by the government in 2008, has set certain standards for those who are responsible for students' welfare as they enter into this new world.
The government is keen to support industry's efforts to make clear that while the majority of games are suitable for children and young people, there are a number which have been designed specifically for an adult audience. The Bureau Review Action Plan, 2008, online.
One of the key benefits from implementing this technology is the additional support that can be offered to students. The technology enables students at varying levels to develop within a group. If each student has access to a laptop, they can work at their own pace with differing levels of support to develop their skills, and then the group can be consolidated at the end of the session through the use of the whiteboard and presentation software. The groups studied were of a mixed ability, some with mild ASD and some more severe. This often caused periods of time when some students were given extension tasks while others were encouraged to catch up. With the use of technology, more exercises can be planned to extend tasks to the appropriate level of each student and therefore maximizing their learning capacity. A more able student is no longer held back to keep in line with a group. An extension, such as turning a slideshow presentation into a filmed video with sound and visual animation, can gain the student more experience with technology and further progress their development, while less able students can focus on the basic slideshow software. By encouraging this development, students find interaction with staff and other students clear and useful. Some students will feel they are confident with the task and offer help to those who are less confident. This is a positive aspect within the group, but could also cause negative separation of individuals as some students work at different levels. It is important, as a teacher, to ensure that discussions are kept flowing with the use of technology. Tasks such as asking students to display their work or help each other will encourage communication throughout each exercise and also contribute towards summative assessment methods. To conclude, although the WIS has received an overall positive response, there have been barriers and aspects of its implementation that limit this success. A key aspect of the WIS success is that it is accessible. The limitations of funding restrict their implementation and mean that technology is only available by timetabled booking due to the limited amount of hardware within college. Another issue relates to teacher morale in technology use. A lack of professionally delivered training causes rifts in the acceptance of technology, and some staff can refuse to use some of the tools. To resolve this issue, local technicians and/or digital champions could be requested to show informal training for staff in preparation for future technology. There are issues relating to the overuse of technology like the Wi-Fi and the evident reliability linked to using it equipment. The success of technology relies on its ease of use, and in some situations this has been tainted by a lack of college network infrastructure or restraining time frames in which technology can be used. Other impacts on the long-term development rely on staff intervention. Each learner must be viewed as an individual with their IT support designed around their learning style and profile.